Hi, this is Steve, and thanks for tuning in once again to the Cryptomind, the show that will talk to you about cryptocurrency, the crypto world, and especially crypto mining, and trying to get you involved and aware on one of the most exciting new technologies, exciting new frontiers that we humans have created in recent years. And today, my show is what kind of miner are you? And before I get into the different types of miners, I want to let you know that this show is part of my weekly broadcast for the NerdCon 1 network. NerdCon 1, which has, I am just an affiliate and one part of many who contribute videos to the NerdCon 1 network about all things nerdy, whether it's the crypto space, tech, Disney, gaming. You'll hear all kinds of videos if you go to nerdcon1.com. And nerdcon1.com is also sponsored by Pyre Performance Supplements and razerstreamer. Check out both of those with the links below in our video. Okay, so getting to what kind of miner you are. In this big giant world of crypto mining, you're going to find that there are thousands of different projects going on, and they're going on at different levels, at different speeds. Some of them are super active, some of them are dead, and many are in between. And how you decide what you want to do with your mining energy that your computer or mining rig has is really up to you, and it'll kind of define who you are as a miner. Here are the 5 types of miners that I've discovered over the course of learning all about this. So number 1, I'd call him the Steady Eddie. The Steady Eddie is a miner who finds a project and then just parks it right there. They find one project, they like it, and they decide that that's going to be the one that they mine. They set their miners to doing it, and they pretty much that's all they do. And they're happy with that. They're happy to like mine in that field. And it could be for profit reasons or for supportive project reasons, but whatever that is, you're going to find that Steady Eddie does a minimal amount of research, finds some satisfaction in what he's doing, and then lets it be. So a typical thing that might occur here is that Steady Eddie will probably go over to miningpoolstats.stream, which is one of the best places to find all the info you need, the basic info on mineable coins. So here comes Steady Eddie, and what he'll do is he'll just go right to the main screen, and if you don't have any other slash this, that, or the other thing on it, it'll just list the coins in order of their current market cap. So the biggest coins with the biggest market cap, meaning the number of coins they have times their price, that's the market cap. And it'll list them in order. And I know most Steady Eddies tend to enjoy kind of being in what they would consider these safe coins, ones that have proven themselves a little over time, they've got a track record, have a longer history, and don't feel like they're going to go crazy. If you notice in this 7-day price chart here, as of this recording on the 30th of November, you can see the percent change over the last 7 days. And although there's one, like Monero at 18% or Bitcoin SV at 13% up, all the other coins are either up or down by less than 10%. And that's kind of how Steady Eddie likes it, you know. That kind of surety. He's not in for the wild ride. He wants to kind of know that what he's getting, it might go up or down, but not too much, and that fits his tolerance really well. So that'd be number 1. Number 2 would be almost the opposite of Steady Eddie. He'd be the gambler. He's a risk taker. The gambler mining personality is almost the opposite of the Steady Eddie. He's not risk averse at all. is willing to take a shot on something, and it'll usually come in two forms. If we go back to the mining pool stream screen here, what the gambler's probably going to do is one of two things. He's going to take that initial chart from miningpoolstats.stream, and he's going to go over here to the 7-day change, and he's going to click on it to make it order from the coin that made the most percentage in the last 7 days in going downwards, right? So as of this recording, you can see there's this Floripa coin, a script coin, kind of like Litecoin or Digibyte. And right now, in the last 7 days, it has gone up 1,871,934%. What? Now, for some, that might be good enough. Like the next best one is a Vectorum Flash at 17,134% up since 7 days ago. And like Floripa coin doesn't even have a market cap right now, which means it's not really being traded on any markets. But boy, did it sure shoot up. So somewhere, somehow, there's a valuation going on. There might be one market out there, selling a tiny bit of it, $4.45 worth of it, right? So there's not much there, but who knows? This Victorium Flash, I actually looked into it. Like I went and I if you go click on it, there's only one real mining pool for it right now, but you can go here to the website and you can check it out. You can find that there's wallets for it, an online and a Windows wallet. Sort of highly speculative coins like this tend not to be in larger wallets. So, probably don't really expect to have them there, right? But I did look into this, and actually this coin's been around for a while. It's just morphed. It changed itself. It changed its algorithm. Some of the older coins had a trade-in value for the new coin. So this one isn't a completely new coin, but it's just that it has a very low value right now and is still trying to ramp up and is retooling itself. And for some people, they might think, hey, this is a great opportunity to get in, at the ground floor, so to speak. And the gambler will relish this kind of idea. The other thing, besides the 7-day price change, is, let's go back to over here in Mining Pool Stats on the far left corner. And you don't get this if you actually do miningpoolstats.stream/ and then write in your coin. If you just leave it like it is, I discovered that there was this green button here on the left-hand corner called New POW Coins, POW Proof of Work Coins. So I click on that, and here's what I get. I get this list of coins. And actually, right now it's ordered by its estimated age. So the younger the coin is on mining, the higher up on the thing, the ranking it shows. Now you'll see Victorium Flash here, 9 days, and although I said, yeah, this was a coin that has existed for a while, in its new form, it's only existed for 9 days. So that's something you can look at. You can also look at this current height. That means how many blocks have gone through. So like Bitstar here, which is on SHA 256, which is a algorithm that usually requires an ASIC miner. It's the kind that Bitcoin runs on. Its current height is 949. It's only had 949 blocks. Like, that's really early. So you can go through a lot of these different coins, and this is going to take some research. You may need to click on it to find out what they're about. Is there any market for them, right? So like if I did go to Bitstar over here, well, it looks like there's several pools that are mining it, predominantly 2. There's currently no exchange data available, so it's not being traded yet because it's not being seen as enough of a thing for even some of the decentralized exchanges. But if you go and look and check out their project and what they're doing, and you like it, and you're willing to roll the dice a little bit, spend some time, spend some hash, and possibly, hit a home run, there you go. And so this in many ways is what I would call this is like the penny stock trading, in the stock market. You go for these tiny unknown companies, or ones that have reorganized, like after bankruptcy or whatever, and now they're starting somewhat fresh, and you go, hey, I'm in. So that's the gambler, and that's another personality of miner out there. Okay, so now we go to number 3. Number 3 I call the penny pincher. The penny pincher is a miner whose most important factor is how much money can I mine up today, right now. So either in the sense of over the course of a day, or hell, even this hour, what is the most profitable coin getting mined right this second? And so, for example, if I took my mining rig with 5 RX 580s and I go over to this site, here's another very useful site that's called whattomine.com. And so I'm putting in like my 5 RX 580s. Costs per kilowatt hour here in New Mexico is 7 cents a kilowatt hour, which actually is better than a lot of places in the country. And then I would put in my ETH hash, which I think is like around 125 mega hash, might be a little bit more. Let's say 130, and my wattage output is 600. And then I hit calculate. And I could put other stats in for other algos and things. I'm not going to do that right now. But say you did fill all that out, which you should do. And you can come down here and start looking at this list. And you can see, oh, well, Ethereum Classic is the most profitable right now. I'll gin up in 24 hours. I'll gin up about $4.41 worth. And I will profit $3.40 after electricity. So I was like, there you go. I'm going to go for that one. Yeah, Ethereum's at $3, but I want to make $3.40 because that's what I'm after. I'm after the most money right this second now. That is my single most important thing. The other thing you can do on What to Mine is come over here to the GPU section and find your GPU, and it will give the stats for that card based on any of the latest testing that has been done and reported, so that you will get something other than ETH hash like I had in that last example, right? You have here Kryptonite Haven, Beam Hash, Kapow, Ravencoin. They're all making some profit right now in this time. You can just go down the whole thing till you can see ones that you're probably right, like even money, or actually losing money after calculating in the electricity expense. So whattomine.com is all those words just smushed together. .com is a great resource for this, especially if you're in that mode. Like, I want to gin up as much money as I can right now. So the penny pincher, this is going to be their thing. So I would say that the difference between the penny pincher and the steady eddy is you'll see that many times they may mine the same kind of coin, but the penny pincher is going to come in and like every few days or every week or even every day come in and kind of see like, hey, what's up? Is it switched? Is Ethereum more now? Is it now Ethereum Classic? Is it Haven? What? Sometimes a certain coin flies up in the market in their value, and so all of a sudden the profitability on that coin shoots up where it didn't have as much before. The penny pincher may jump on that and ride that wave. So I think that's the difference. They're more willing to switch out. That their main consistency is the search for ultimate profit. All right. Now, personality number 4. Personality number 4 I call the project supporter. The project supporter is somebody who like searches for a project they feel is worthwhile in giving their hash rate to. And that, I mean, it could be one of the big boys, like like Ethereum, or it could be Monero, for example, Zcash, or it could even be a smaller coin. And I'd say that where the difference between, say, the gambler and the project supporter is the gambler seeking maximum profit through growth, and the penny pincher is seeking maximum profit through current mining stats. Where I think the project supporter comes in is a lot of times they're sniffing around at different coins. For example, when I was showing where you could find the algorithm you wanted. So like in this case, say GPU Equihash, and there's Bitcoin, Aeon, Zcash, and in my case, I went looking through these different projects. So as I said before in a previous video about mining and trying to figure out what you want to do, like here at miningpoolstats.stream, I went to Bitcoin Gold, and if I scrolled down, there were links not only to the social media, to their original web page, and I could go there and I could check out all of the different things. This big BTG Pay software that they have, the technology that they're using, their roadmap of like what they're planning on doing and what milestones they've hit, and more. And so I could get a lot of information here, and it's true on a lot of other websites. And so one of the things that like a project supporter looks at, they do a little bit of a deeper dive and go, is there a there? Because sometimes these coins can go up and they can go down, and it's a fad. It's on fluff, it's on air, it's on conjecture and speculation, and you don't really know why things are doing what they do. So I'd say a project supporter tends to do a little more research and checks things out, and is even willing to throw hash rate at a project that right now you look at it and go, there's a lot of there, and yet there's not a lot of support happening. What's going on here? And I've seen that in a couple of the coins that I mine, like Zcash and Conceal, that they are projects that have a lot of development going on. They have actual product. They have actual usable apps and dApps that are loaded upon them, and so there's just a heck of a lot of value there. And then you see the price of their coin, and it's just tiny. And that's when I kind of go, maybe I need to put a little effort here. And two things are happening in that regard, which is, number one, I might actually see some growth potential and profit potential in the future. The other is that sometimes with some of these coins and projects, you need their coins to do the things within the ecosystem. So mining up coins will help to operate within that ecosystem. So those are the two reasons right there. And I'd say a project supporter does a little bit more research, is willing to mine not at the highest profit rate, because they're doing it for another reason. They're throwing hash rate to a project that needs the support. And as I explained in my previous weekly video, that coins are considered more secure the more hash rate they have. So if you want to support a project, mining is a fantastic way to do that, because not only are you receiving rewards for mining, but you're also, again, elevating their hash rate, making it harder for them to get hacked, and so you're helping yourself when you do that, as well as the project. All right. Lastly, number 5, mining personality, I call the one-click autopilot miner. And this person has figured out that mining is a thing to do. Has figured out that it might be worthwhile, but doesn't really want to put a lot of effort into it. And there are programs out there where you can either boot up into an OS, or you can do it through a Windows-based program where you can have sort of like you double click on the icon and it just goes. And it starts mining. It mines what it thinks is most profitable for you. It can even auto configure it to pay you out in Bitcoin instead of the coin that you're mining, all in one thing. You just double click it. Well, you do have to set it up a little bit, but honestly, there are some programs out there where there's not much setting up to do at all. NiceHash is a big example of this. So NiceHash, and I've done some NiceHash mining in the past. I like to explore all of these different avenues. So a great example of that is NiceHash. Okay, NiceHash, and there are others out there, but NiceHash is probably the biggest ultra convenience miner program out there. Once you get it set up, once you create an account and then link in, you download the NiceHash miner to your screen where your computer is or your rig is. You can practically, although you probably should do some other tweaking, double click that mining program. It starts, it benchmarks, it figures out what your cards can and can't mine. It decides what it's going to mine. It decides where it's going to mine. It decides, all of that. You make as few decisions as possible, and it gets done. And so for people who just don't feel like they want to have the energy to do anything more than that, there's this option. I'm not a huge fan. I'm just going to tell you right off the bat of this, or some of the others like it. Part of the reason is because they are really also concerned, kind of like penny pinchers, with ultimate this second profit, and they don't care if taking all of the mining energy they're getting around the world and just shoving it into one mining pool, creating the possibility of 51% hacks, which honestly seems to be part of what happened with the Ethereum Classic debacle last month and 2 months. They don't really regulate that, and they don't really care. And so, although I've seen where you can kind of configure NiceHash, and then you're going into doing all of the configuring work, and at that point, you might as well just be using your own mining program loaded on your machine, and configuring it yourself. So, but it's there, and I'll tell you what, I still have NiceHash Miner on my rig setup. Why? I'll tell you why. I'm using it kind of like a 7-Eleven convenience deal. So there's this day I had my mining rig going, and I decided, okay, I want to mine something different now. I'm going to shut off mining operations on this one thing I'm doing, and I'm going to steer it in a different direction. A new coin, and I was reading all the instructions, and I was trying to put in all the inputs and stuff into the mining program. And as it does happen, when you're typing all this stuff in, sometimes you make a mistake, you leave out a character or add one too many, or an extra space or a comma where there shouldn't be one, or whatever, and you're loading it up and it's not working. And I thought I was going to get this thing going real quick, and then all of a sudden I look at my watch and I have an appointment that I have to go to for several hours, and I'm like, ugh. So I just went over to the NiceHash Miner icon, double clicked it, and walked out the door. And then when I came back, I turned off NiceHash Miner and went back to trying to do what I was doing anyway. So, I see it now as useful that when I'm in a pinch and I just don't have time, I can turn that on and keep hashing, because as long as you're still hashing, you're doing something. So that's and there are other examples of mining OSs besides NiceHash, but that gives you an idea of sort of the different outlooks, right? Now, this is the other thing I will tell you is that, if you just have your one computer with your one mining card, then you're going to have basically kind of, it'll gear you into having one personality, right? It doesn't have to, but you'll see yourself going that way. But if you have, like I do, like I have my PC box, I have a little HP mini computer running, and then I have my mining rig. I kind of have the luxury of doing a little bit of everything. So I can be steady Eddie with some of my cards running sort of like the boring but tried and true stuff that's going to be, you can count on. I can throw a little bit of hash rate on a couple cards to a project or two that I like. And then, if I want to, I can turn one of those cards over to rolling the dice. So that gives me more options. And actually, I think that people who have more mining cards or mining rigs or things like that will many times will kind of spread out and have different machines performing different tasks, which I think is really smart. And you can do that yourself. Even if you only have one video card, the one that's in your computer, you can say, well, you know what, for the first couple of weeks, I'm going to mine this. And then if you're curious and are sniffing around and looking at projects or checking out stuff on Discord, you might say, hey, okay, I hit my goal of mining X number of this coin. I'm going to go over here and I'm going to try this out for a little while. It's completely up to you. There's no rules here. I'm just kind of showing you the whole highway map of what's possible, and it's really up to you to decide where you'd like to go and what you'd like to do. As always, I'm available for comments on this video and my YouTube channel, which you can find by searching The Cryptomined, M-I-N-E-D. You can also make comments here on the live streams through NerdCon1 Network that streams on multi-platforms. So this has been Steve, the Cryptomind, and I hope you enjoyed the show. Please tune in next week. Check out our sponsors, razerstreamer and Pyre Performance Products, and we'll see you next week. Thanks.